How's that?
Well, yeah. I mean, what happened was when we first started, everything
Well,
was
let
going
me
well.
let me see if I can back you up for before that. So, at some point, the UFC, and it was probably, I don't know, around 2010 or whatever, they were really like left without any competition. But when Affliction, at some point, you carried the flag of being like the potential
The sponsor.
like
Yeah.
but an alternate to UFC for fighters and for, like you didn't get the roster that for those two fight shows just out of nowhere. There was a lot of people thinking that you could go on to compete with the UFC. Did you have that mindset going into
From the
it when
beginning?
you did the big shows, or
Yeah.
because then and they got really big, so all of a sudden to me, I know I was in deep water with Bodog. It was a hardship to manage, right? And now you're competing with them. If they look at you as a competitor, that's a tough thing, I think. So I don't know. I'll leave that to you to talk now, Tom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes and no. When we did it because we got banned from the UFC, which was the first event. It was called Banned. So, yeah, when we did it, we went after the top fighters. But I don't think
how does that take place?
What's that?
How does it take place? How do you get banned from the UFC? Because you guys were the premier clothing sponsor.
Yeah. So what happened was, remember, we did a poster with, I think it was with Fedor and Randy Couture. And
was it a promotional poster?
It was a promotional poster. Well,
for the clothing or for the MMA event?
It was for the clothing. And what happened was, there was somebody that was working for me, and I truly 100% believe that they were working for Dana at the same time. So,
but this is when the UFC really didn't have a lot of money.
They always have billionaire owners, Mike, after Zuffa.
That's true, right? That's true.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
No, wait. So, essentially, you got a guy working for you that's kissing Dana's ass.
100%.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's clarify that.
And what happened was, we were talking about maybe starting a fight organization. Never really was anything more than having meetings with Josh Barnett and talking about, if we did it this way, if we did it that way, what would we do? And this was the same time as we were doing the posters. So obviously they got wind of it, and they decided, you know what, that's it. We're not going to work with the Affliction anymore, and they're done. We banned them. So
was there legal paperwork sent to you guys?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know, to be honest.
How soon after that did they go with Reebok?
That was a while.
Many years later.
Yeah, it was way later.
Yeah, it was like there was years of Condom Depot in between there.
Yeah, no, that's where to be honest, I'm a little disconnected. So I knew that there was a time where, and part of it was like, did you guys, when you were an Affliction sponsor of the UFC, you had to pay the UFC a fee to allow your material to be on there.
Huge fee.
Because the first wave of eliminations of sponsors was the guys who couldn't afford that fee, right?
Well, yeah, but we were in there before that. We were in there when we were just sponsoring, when it was like a lot of these guys